Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and the Chelsea save. There was over an apology to make that there were not any videos over the past week. I had a bit of a falling out with OBS to the point at which I nearly abandoned it and went on to go for a paid recording software like Bandicam. I had a bit of help from a couple of guys on Twitter, so Wolfie and Nerdphonic. Thank you very much for helping me out with the OBS stuff. Whatever I did has worked. So we can get back to recording some videos at last. It's been a week with no videos. I probably could have played some Spyro for my second channel, but I just haven't done that because I've been trying to sort this out. And also work has got in the way as well. So that's why there hasn't been a video for a week. But today we're back with Season 2 and we're kicking off with attempting to defend our Community Shield. We're taking on Liverpool, who I believe won the FA Cup. We're Chelsea, and hopefully we will defend our Community Shield. I have had a very busy transfer window. I was going to do a transfer special, but the whole recording issues kind of got in the way of that, so I couldn't really do that. So we've got the Community Shield, and I'll show you the myriad of transfers that have happened in the summer. Also, pre-season fixtures. I'll go through scores, but apart from the first sort of 2 or 3, assistant manager Gianfranco Zola took care of them, just in the interest of time. So we'll have a look at the scores, but I'll say I didn't manage it. So let's first of all look at the players that left after their contracts expired. Robert Green and Willy Caballero have both retired. Robert Green is now a goalkeeper coach for the Bolton youth team. Caballero, I don't think, has a job tied down yet. He wants to be a manager, but all his managing attributes are 1, so I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, Willy. The only other notable one is Fabregas. His contract expired. Is he still a free agent? No, he's not. Inter Milan have picked him up and he's earning £205,000 a week. We did make the promise to not sell him, so that's why he ended up running down his contract. I mean, not every player is going to go for money. That's got to be expected, but it would have been nice to get something for Fabregas. I reckon we could have got like 20-30 million for him like early in the summer, but we didn't sell him and now he's gone for nothing. Now I'm going to cut out the ins, so the outs. As you can see, we have sold £165 million worth of player. Let's just go through, the big ones, because there's a lot of guys gone on free, guys that have been picked up just for nothing because they can sign them on like free contracts, but quite a lot of players have gone for money, so let's go through them. Starting off with Marco van Ginkel, who's gone to Newcastle. Had a long-term injury last season and didn't see any football. I never planned to use him. He had a loan spell at Stoke a few years ago, but for Chelsea, I just never saw myself using him. Newcastle came with a bid. I've accepted it. It's £17 million, could rise to 22 million if you include the add-ons, which I think is great. I think that's a really good amount of money for a player that was never really going to be used. Michy Batshuayi has gone to Valencia on a permanent transfer after a very successful season in La Liga. The fee is £42.5 million, which is the total fee. They've just offered that straight up. I think there are a few monthly instalments, but overall fee is £42.5 million, which is good because we've essentially recouped the money we paid for Rodrigo. So that's really good. He had a really good year in La Liga, actually. He got 22 goals in all competitions. Of course, he had a half season with Dortmund where he did well, but a really successful season for Valencia. It would have been nice to keep him around, but £42.5 million, you can't really turn that down. That's a really good deal, actually, I think. Kennedy has gone to Burnley. He had a loan spell with Newcastle last season. He did okay. He got 5 goals, 3 assists. £11.5 million could rise to 14.75. Again, it's a decent fee. I don't think that's too bad. I think getting over 10 million for him is pretty good. Barbara Rahman has made the move to Ligue 1 and he's joined Lyon. Last season he was at Schalke. Did pretty well for the German side. £13.5 million fee. He's gone to Lyon. Mario Pasalic has gone to Newcastle. I don't know who this person is. I've never heard of this player, and he's been at Chelsea since 2013. He's never played a first team appearance for them. He's never played for the first team. I've never heard of him. He's been at so many different clubs, and we've sold him for £12 million to Newcastle. I don't know who this player is, but he's off the wage bill. A move that I probably shouldn't have made. Danny Drinkwater's gone. He's gone to Wolverhampton. £9.5 million initial fee. Could rise to 12.25. I think we could have got so much more for him if we'd have sold in the previous season. So I think it would have been nice to keep him around. although he didn't do too well. His key moment, his highlight for Chelsea, for me anyway, was scoring a 30-yarder in last season's pre-season friendly. And in this year's pre-season friendly, he actually scored an own goal. So, very big contrast. I think it would have been better to keep him because he's English, but we have brought in another English midfielder, so he has at least been replaced. But I think it would have made more sense to keep him around. Tiemoué Bakayoko has gone to Tottenham Hotspur, which probably not a good idea, seeing as they are one of our rival clubs. £24.5 million initial fee could rise to just over £30 million. A bit of a loss on what they paid for him in 2017. Had a decent spell at AC Milan, 6.93 average rating isn't too bad, but he's moved to Spurs. Again, it's a player off the wage bill that I didn't really see myself using. I used him sort of as a half-back in like a couple of pre-season friendlies, which didn't really work. And we don't use a defensive midfielder in our tactic, not at the moment anyway. So, again, it's not a player that I would have seen myself using. Thomas Callas, the 26-year-old defender, has gone to Karabag, which is that the Azerbaijan side? It is indeed. So, he has gone to Azerbaijan, of all places, £5 million. And lastly, one that sort of came out of nowhere. Tammy Abraham's gone to Wolverhampton Wanderers. The fee is £27 million initial, could rise to £41 million. For Tammy Abraham, I think that is daylight robbery because he's decent. You know, he's had a couple of good spells. He had a little spell at Swansea, got 5 goals, got 9 goals for Villa this past season. Not too bad, I guess. But Wolverhampton are paying £27 million for him up front. And then another 14 million in add-ons. That's mad. Like that's insane. Hazard was subject of a Man United offer, and it's one that I probably should have accepted. And I mentioned this on Twitter and also in the premiere when I premiered my last video. Man United offered, including add-ons, 150 million. I probably should have accepted that. But I think it would have been hard to replace him because I didn't really have anyone in mind. So that's why I rejected it. And thinking about it now, I probably should have accepted it. Rudiger has been subject to a few offers, and I've told him that if someone offers 47 million, then he can go. So if that happens, then Rudiger will be gone. But the window's only got a week left. So I think we might have seen the last of our transfers, but I think we've still got 1 or 2 more players, which we're trying to confirm. So who have we brought in? Well, I can tell you we've brought in a total of 6 players. One which you're not really going to see because he's a youngster. And I don't really know why I've signed him because I'm only playing this in 1 more season. So it's a bit of a waste of money, but it was only 2.5 million. So we're not exactly going to miss it. But yeah, we've spent £135 million. We've sold 165. So we're still in profit this window. But we've bought some talent, I'll say that. With Willy Caballero retiring, we needed a new backup goalkeeper. And we've got Jack Butland. English. That's pretty much the only reason that I went for Butland. Signed from Stoke. £19.75 million initial fee. Nothing else add on. I think that's good. Less than £20 million for Butland. I think that's decent. And you know what? He can play. He's really good. I think he'll play in Europe in the Cups. I'll rotate him with Kepa. We did sign another goalkeeper, a Spanish goalkeeper called Kylian. Basically just because our youth team goalkeepers weren't very good. And we've got a 16-year-old Spaniard who, okay, he's 4-star potential. Like I said, a bit of a waste of money. We're probably never going to see him in the first team. It's £2.5 million. It's not exactly much, but he's here. Needed a bit of a different option up front. I've gone for Mario Mandzukic. Bit of a punt, this one, I think. £37 million from Juventus. Could rise about another couple million with add-ons. He had a good season for Juventus last year. 21 league goals in 33 appearances. 7.53 average rating. That's a good output. I'm happy with that. But can he do it for us? We'll see. I don't know how much he's going to play. You know, we've got Morata, we've got Mandzukic, we've got Rodrigo, we've got another striker as well who will be very much a backup. But it's going to be difficult to rotate all 3 and keep them happy. Mandzukic wants to be a first-team player, and he is earning rather a lot of money, £180,000 a week. He's 4-star. Attributes are good. I really like the attributes, but as a pressing forwards, hopefully he can do well for us. I'm going to save the most expensive for last. Munir is the other striker that we've got on a free transfer. He was released by Barcelona, contract expired, played 11 games for them, most of them from the bench, got 3 goals, and in his appearances that he had, he did okay. We've signed him for free. He's not earning too much, £48,000 a week. It's not too much. He's very much going to be a backup striker. I doubt you'll ever see him, but should we have injury problems, Munir is available. And you know what? If we've got a cup game that we want to rotate players, Munir can jump in. Again, I don't think you'll see him that much, but here he is. Bit of defensive cover, and again, he's English. Jack Stevens from Southampton, £16 million. That's not too bad. Again, he's not got potential. He's very much a backup player. He's just going to be a squad player, but he's English. That's, again, the only reason I bought him is essentially replace Gary Cahill, because we need another defender. We did have Kurt Zuma coming back. We do have 5 centre-backs now, and as we're playing a 3-at-the-back formation, that's fine. I feel like we need 5 centre-backs if we're going to be playing 3 in a match. And last, but by no means least, Jadon Sancho. We've heard a lot about this kid in the past sort of few months. He's been causing a stir in the Bundesliga. He's just played his first few matches for England. He set up a goal. He's an assist king in Germany for Dortmund. And he's joined Chelsea. 3-star current ability, a 5-star potential. Playing on that left-hand side, I think mainly as an inside forward for me, although his best role is as an inverted winger, which I've never ever used. I think it was only introduced last year. But Jadon Sancho's joined. £60 million is the fee. Nothing else will be added on. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this is going to go. It's a lot of money for someone who is, 19? He's one of the most talked about teenagers in the world of football, other than maybe Mbappe. I just really want to see what he's like. And it might be a lot of money. It's a lot for a teenager, but wow. I mean, he could turn out to be a huge player. So, pre-season, the first 3 games I played, but after that, the assistant took over, which is interesting because they're the ones that we didn't win. Community Shield against Liverpool. Next episode, we'll have our first league match of the season, which is against Everton, who we ended with last season. So, we are starting with the team that we finished with last year. We have a very easy start, I'll say. Up until late September, we've got Man United, but our first 6 league games are they're easy. I'm just going to say it, they're easy. In before I failed to win all 6 of them. Team news, Hudson-Odoi is currently injured. He's out for a couple of weeks with an ankle injury. Azpilicueta's available, but he's got a bit of a fitness concern. So this is the team we're going to play against Liverpool. Arrizabalaga in goal. Actually, wow, I called him by his surname, Kepa. David Luiz, Rudiger and Christensen, the back 3. Alonso and Moses at wing back. Kante and Loftus-Cheek in midfield. And then Hazard, Willian and Morata at the front 3. Let's sort out this subs bench. So the bench, we're going to go with Pardew, Zappacosta, Jorginho, Barkley, Rodrigo, Sancho and Mandzukic. It's a good team. Liverpool have been absolutely raided this past summer. They finished 6th, maybe 5th. Failed to get Champions League. Mane's gone. Salah's gone. I put in an 80 million bid for Alexander-Arnold and that was rejected. So there goes any chance of me buying him. Although he hasn't been unsettled a little bit. So Liverpool look, I will say, very weakened. Mignolet's in goal. Alisson's on the bench. Rafael Guerreiro's in at left back, new signing there. Van Dijk and Gomez at centre back. Klein at right back. Henderson behind Keita and Milinkovic-Savic, a player that I tried to buy, a player that I put in an offer for, 57 million. They offered 59. We did get as far as a contract for Savic, but he's chosen to sign for Liverpool, which is interesting as we're league champions and Liverpool are in the Europa League. So that was an interesting choice. I'm not going to begrudge him for it. It's Liverpool. I'd love to play for him as well. The front 3 is Lallana, Milner and Firmino. Like, I know they've sold Salah and Mane, but where's Shaqiri? Where's... I don't know. Lallana and Milner don't strike me as as attacking options on the wings. I've got to say, I fancy my chances here. That Liverpool team doesn't strike me with too much confidence for them anyway. So the match is underway and hopefully we will successfully defend our Community Shield. I'm expecting a win, but we'll see what happens. Now we're playing on balanced, not shouts, team instructions. We're sticking with a vertical tiki-taka. You know what? It served us well last year. It won us a league title, so we're going to stick with it. And 5.5 minutes into the match, we're going to throw in a decent position. It's gone back to Alonso. Here's Alvaro Morata to Hazard. And Kante with the ball now. And Kante, just round the post. Brilliant season last year for Kante. Made double figures in goals. Hopefully he can do the same again this year. Throw in here. 24 minutes coming up. Moses with it. Loftus-Cheek back to the Nigerian. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has got it back again. We've got some decent English players. No, we don't have Drinkwater, but we still have Barkley. We've got Loftus-Cheek. So I think we're looking good for the homegrown players. Firmino's through here though, and wow, he puts it wide. Free kick here for Liverpool. Guerrero hits the bar. Decent chance there for the Reds. Kante to Loftus-Cheek. Eden Hazard's got it now. Looking for a better season from Hazard. Morata's got the ball, and can he go through our defence? He has a go at the goal and actually hit the woodwork. Not a bad effort. And so far, I dare say we're with a better team. Liverpool actually haven't had a shot on target yet. It's been a boring half. It's just been a boring half. Going to try and get Morata a bit more involved in the play, put him on support, so hopefully have a bit more link up with his counterparts in that front three. But hopefully the second half we can get a goal, and hopefully Liverpool don't get one. I mean, that's how football works. You ideally don't want the opponents to score. Liverpool have actually defended pretty well, and they've got a chance here. Van Dijk! Oh! Van Dijk with a chance to get a goal for Liverpool. Still no shots on target for them though. I'm going to make a couple of changes. I'm not really too happy with how this has gone so far. Hazard's going to move to the right hand side. We are going to bring on Jadon Sancho. Although Hazard doesn't really like the right hand side, but that's fine. I'm not bothered about that. We're also going to bring on... Do we bring on Mandzukic is the question. Or do we stick with Morata? I'm going to bring on Mandzukic. I think a target man will really help us out, especially against Liverpool. We know what they're like with set pieces, so Mandzukic up there as the target man. Right, Rodrigo's on as well. I mean, the wide players aren't really suitable out there, but Hazard's not done too much. We've been solid defensively. Moses as the complete wing-back hasn't done much. It's been a boring match. It just has, isn't it? It's unfortunate. And we're going straight to penalties, so there's no extra time. We'll go for an auto pick. And let's just play a penalty shootout and see if we can win the Community Shield. This is how it ended last year. We beat Man City on penalties. Mandzukic is first up, and he scores 1-0 to us. Milinkovic-Savic is next up, the one that got away this transfer window. What's he going to do? And his penalty is in. I thought he was going to miss that for a second. Milner's next. We're doing the ABBA for the Community Shield. What is Milner going to do? He's usually good from the spot, and that one is in. David Luiz is next. He missed his penalty in, I think it was the Carabao Cup final, I think it was. This one's in though. Jadon Sancho's next up, new signing. Can he keep his cool? Let's see. Go on, Sancho. Yes, it's in. That's a good penalty. So far, they've all been scored. Roberto Firmino's next. He's had a poor game up front for the Reds. Can he score from 12 yards? Yes, he can. They've all been scored so far. I'm sure this happened against City as well. I think it was like 7 penalties each. Well, there might have been a different one. I'm unsure. Rafael Guerrero's next. He's going with his left foot. He's absolutely smashed that. Next up, Marcos Alonso. Penalties are 4-3. And Alonso with a left foot, and that's in. They're being absolutely smashed into the back of the net. 8 penalties, all been scored. Rodrigo's next. This is number 5. And Rodrigo is going with his left. And that's in. So now it's up to Naby Keita for Liverpool. And he has to score this. We're essentially now in sudden death. Keita with his right foot. And it's in right down the middle. And now we are certainly into sudden death. Jordan Henderson is next to take a penalty. And what is the captain gonna do? It's saved by Kepa. And now it's up to us to seal the deal. Who's taking it though? We had the chance to do this before. And I think it was Rudiger who didn't miss. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has taken it, who I think missed his penalty in that cup final. In one of them at least, because we lost 2 shootouts late in the season. I think we lost in the FA Cup. But Loftus-Cheek will hopefully score the winning penalty here. And he has done, and we've won the Community Shield for the 2nd year in a row. Even though he's clearly holding up a cup there. All in all, it was a pretty dull match. I think we were deserved winners, though. Liverpool were wasteful with their chances. We defended pretty solidly. Both teams did, really. Guerrero did really well. Pass completion for Guerrero and David Luiz was brilliant. So there are a few days left of the transfer window. There is still one more player that's going to come in, as I said. And if that's confirmed, then I'll announce that before the Everton match next episode. But that's going to do it for today. I'm going to end this nice and quickly because I tend to sort of ramble on a little bit after games, so I'm going to stop that. I'm going to end the video now. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Next episode, we're going to be taking on Everton in our first league game of the 2019-2020 season. If there's any more signings, any more transfer developments, I'll be sure to bring those to you in that video as well. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.